All right, Mark. Mark, you just got to accept it, and you're on. There he is,
Hey,
champion.
what's going on?
Not too much, man. I like the car approach. I love it.
Oh yeah, it's easier that way. Plus, it's hot outside.
Oh, cool, man. Hey, so I'm really glad you're joining in today, and I think
Yeah,
that I've been watching you for a while because oddly enough, we kind of run in some of the similar circles, and
yeah.
I've been seeing you for a long time, and you were a talented dude. Really cool to
Very
see your
cool.
stuff. I love
Thank
it.
you. Very nice. Yeah.
Um, so we got a bunch of stuff to go through, but today's just all about you. So do you pronounce it Grundig or Grundig?
Uh, it's Grundig, but that's just how I pronounce it. Just Grundig. It could be the other way back in the day, but that's not how I've ever said it.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, I'll call you Grundig,
Yeah.
Or Mark.
Yep.
So, some people are joining in. We got Dottie A29, Kate, Shannon, Esco, and Studio 92. Um, what's really been interesting for me watching you is kind of did you see that little thing that we wrote up? And I love your old world meets new world. Super,
Yes.
super
Very cool.
cool. And before, there's one piece that I really, I mean, a lot of your pieces are they're awesome. All your pieces are awesome, but I love the gold leafing in that tunnel.
Oh
Where
yeah.
was that?
So, Big Night Live, the ceiling, you mean?
Oh, cool,
Big
cool.
Night Live. That was like the transition room from like where the restaurant was into the music hall.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So, so how did you get your start in art, and where did you grow up?
So grew up in Randolph, Mass.
Oh, close to me. I'm in Hanover.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Loved Randolph, and then just always did artwork. Mostly self-taught, and then started doing mural work as a quote-unquote job in my late teens, I guess. But
Yeah.
there was never a good market for that, but not like a huge market for that. So I started doing all the different finishes, and then the more you see, the more you can do. And then I've ran into a few great people who helped me out with getting started in terms of working different jobs. And now it's like if you see a picture that you like, I can probably do that if for anything, art or finishes like
Mm.
concrete, plaster.
Oh,
Um,
I,
yeah,
I
just
love.
a lot of work though. Just doing it every day is good. Probably how
Mm.
I made it.
So how long have you been just doing art?
That's pretty much all I've ever done
Mm.
for work.
Well, it's pretty impressive. I think that, one thing, so I used to do finishes like you
Yeah,
do,
yeah,
but
yeah,
not as good. Your finishes are killer. But I
yeah.
used to do them because I was a house painter.
Right.
And I went to school for art, but I never really pursued it until a couple years ago. But what I love about what you do is that, and I can kind of see it, like you're just saying, it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, and
Yeah,
it's super. You know, it takes time to do things over and over again to make the magic that you make happen. And you're not just doing those finishes; you're doing like the piece. Tell us a little bit about the piece that we've posted for promotion.
oh, Yellow Door Taco. It was the one in Fort Ink Block area, I guess it's called.
Yep.
It's the old Lions door. But anyway, they turned into a Yellow Door Taco, and that was Tanya Nyak's dog that Frida was holding in the mural. But in there, we did mural, we did some wood graining, we did some like a cool oxidized paint on the bar front where you get like the metal paint and then you rust it. It was like the blue oxidization. So we did everything in there. Did some spray paint graffiti in the bathrooms. Did some
You
hand
did
paint.
that.
I did, yeah. I'm not great at it, but I'm pretty good at it. I don't do it a lot, but once you get going, I could do pretty good.
I'm sure you can. I didn't see that, but I saw all the other stuff. I think, I mean, it is pretty impressive. Like, you know, for people listening, this will go up after too, so we'll have more viewers. But it's really good to, like, you know, I mean, you are a talented dude. I love the fact that you can do multi things, and that's probably what really keeps you super busy.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of it is, I think, more mental than physical or talent. Because you can just, if you pretend you can do it, then probably you can do it if you just work on it. Do you know
Mm.
if that makes sense? Like,
Yeah, I do.
you know,
That's
I'm
a
not.
nice.
Someone's not going to be like, you know, can you do this? So there's a big outdoor mural over in like Gillette area, the Scorpion Bar,
Mm.
and that was like a huge wall, you know, and it was on like this really rough texture, and it was like, do you want this job? And before I even thought about it, you say yeah, and then once you commit to it, like you have to do it, and then once you're in it, you have to do it well. So there's
Mm.
really no other option than to just do it well.
Mm. Well, I mean, I like that. I wish I could grab that quote. You kept talking, and I was like, that quote you just had is like, I mean, if you think it, you can do it. Kind of is what you said.
Yeah.
If you're able to think about the fact that you can put something together, then you can make it happen. And I think
Yeah.
that you're, I mean, we're just getting to know each other now, and I'm really like you were really pleasant to deal with to make this interview happen. I mean.
Yeah.
I just want to support you and say, geez, you know, you do amazing stuff. All tons of my friends' places have hired you,
Oh,
and
very cool. Yeah.
and and you're, I mean, you know that because you're in them. Like you do really cool stuff, and I just love the fact that you're self-taught. You got a great attitude, and where do you live now?
I live in Howe's Neck, Quincy.
Oh, cool, cool. So you're
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Howe's
cool.
Neck's
Well,
the greatest place too.
we're gonna have to get a coffee, man.
100%.
Yeah,
I
because
think
we're
we're in phase 2.1 right now, so maybe around phase 2.4.
Yeah, that sounds great. I just, you know, I really love motivated, talented, courageous people, and just that thing you're talking about doing the big mural there. It's like you didn't like you just say yes, but
Right.
I understand that rough surface, and you're like, oh my God, how am I gonna make this
Yeah,
happen?
totally. Yeah, and then you go through like the questions, and but I think once you start, like it's good. And if you have some people that are with you that are great help, and you know you're not as scared to do things.
Do you usually have helpers?
I have a couple guys that work with me. One works with me most of the time, then a couple others bounce back and forth. I also belong to Local 829, which is the Scenic Painters Union. So when all the movies come in, I haven't really worked there in a while because I've been doing my own thing, but a few
Mm.
guys that I know that work with me once in a while do that.
Oh, that's
And
so cool.
like, yeah, so like they film a ton of movies here, or they were, and they will again. But when they do, you know, there's a ton of hands that help do basically some things that I do, but on a different scale and you know different. Doesn't have to be as precise.
So, um, I might be wrong, but I think I'm right. Cisco has a bunch of locations now, and
Oh
I
yeah,
think and I'm wearing a Cisco hat.
yeah.
They've been really,
That's yeah,
but you did Nantucket, right?
yep, and New Hampshire.
At Portsmouth at the brewery
Yeah,
there.
Portsmouth.
So Nantucket was at the whale's tail, and then the Portsmouth you did the van.
So the yeah Portsmouth had had the van like in the restaurant area, and then the upstairs they have like a showroom like to showcase the brewery, and I did that whole room. And then Nantucket did a bunch of stuff. Did a distillery, one of the distilleries, and a couple other smaller rooms. But Nantucket's great.
That's
It's
awesome. Hey,
yeah.
how is it that people are finding you?
Um, a lot of it is word of mouth, or now the internet is pretty big, like Instagram, and then designers. Well, I work with a lot of the designers in Boston.
Oh, I bet with the. Have you ever run across Paulina Curtis? You must know her.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know
She
if
she
I.
does there's not too many people that do finishes to your level.
Yeah,
I mean, you do great finishes. I used to pretend I could do them, but
yeah.
I wasn't good at them. I did a few, but Paulina does a good job, or it's Pauline, not Paulina. But I would imagine I love this piece you just recently did at Locos.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that's
Very cool.
it's really cool. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about how that bad boy happened.
So yeah, Mike Shaw, one of the
You,
owners, him and Eric Allenbach had the idea to do that, and Mike had sent over a bunch of ideas, and we kind of settled on, a theme and a quote, and then we kind of just went from there.
mm. Oh, it came out really cool. What type of materials were you using on that one?
So he had printed out a ton of photos from Loco, like staff and scenery, and kind of like pasted them to the wall. So mostly just photos.
That's all
All that,
photos?
pretty much, yeah, photos, and then the black is obviously paint. Um, but everything else is just all photographs of Loco and Loco staff and Loco interiors.
Oh, that's so cool. Have you done that
Very cool.
before?
Yeah, I mean, not that particularly style, but in the Fat Baby bathrooms, we did like the collage of all the babies with photographs,
Mm,
like
that's
everyone.
awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm assuming you got that link hook up, or somehow it was like either you met Cisco through Loco or Loco through Cisco
So
or whatever.
I used to bar back at Bishop's back when the alley was a thing, and Eric Allenbach was my boss, and so I've known Eric since forever. And then obviously he is in charge mostly of the South Boston restaurants, and you meet everyone through everyone. That's how I met Mike Shaw and Loco. And then Cisco, I did meet through Mike Shaw because they had that pop up in
Seaport?
remember that the Seaport. And then I was just doing the thing for Loco, and then um, a rep from Cisco came over. Jay, one of the owners, Jay, was like, "Would you mind doing this whale's tail?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then I didn't know he was even the owner then, so I
Yeah,
just banged out a
he's
whale's
a good
tail.
guy.
He's a great guy. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
guess they had just started doing some work in there. What's the one? Uh, they have another brewery they're putting together. Um, I forget.
Cisco does?
Yeah, Cisco. Cisco. It's I'm trying to think of the name of the town. They
Oh, you mean, oh, I know. You're talking about their new place in Bridgewater, maybe? Something like
is
that?
it Bridge?
It
I'll
is.
think of the town in a second.
I
But
think,
anyway, it all. They were going to do some work there, but then the Corona virus hit, and then everything put on hold. New Bedford, maybe.
oh, New Bedford, you're right.
New
Damn,
Bedford. Yeah.
damn it, you won.
Yeah. I was trying to think like I'm like they call it New Beige, and I'm like, what New Beige? So New Bedford.
Oh, they call New Bedford New Beige?
I guess people from New Bedford say that. I knew a guy that lived there, and that's what he would say.
Oh, really? Oh, well, there,
Yeah.
hey, I learned another thing.
Yeah.
Um, well, I mean, honestly, I'm really glad to talk to you, and
Yeah.
I look at a lot of people's stuff, and I've always admired what you've done since I was like, who is this Grundig
Right.
guy? And
Yeah.
I like following your stuff and seeing what you're up to. What's the well? I know you have this one piece that looks pretty big. The this recent like construction like
Oh
machine
yeah.
piece, but
Yeah.
yeah. Well, tell us a little about where that one is at.
That's right at ATS Construction Rentals. So it's right in between exit 15 and 16 on your left if you're driving towards Boston. You could see it from the highway, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, right,
That's
real
nice,
cool.
right?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
definitely good.
you got to get the highway pictures for that. That's great.
I know, totally. And they rent everything from lifts, scissor lifts. So it's good because I'm on a job now, in Charlestown at 2 City Square. It's the exterior of like a bank building, doing that whole thing over.
What are you
And I
doing?
need a so it's an existing mural. It's like an architectural type thing, and we're just redoing it, like repainting it to look new.
Ooh,
Yeah, cool.
dude,
It's
you are
right by the
that's
right by the
that's the talented stuff.
yeah,
To go in and be able to recreate without and maintain,
right.
that's cool,
Yeah,
dude. You're
yeah.
talented.
Dang, it's good timing too, because the weather's nice and it's. I got a good hookup that rents scissor lifts now.
Oh, well, maybe, yeah,
Yeah,
that's really cool. How big is the piece off the highway there? At ATS, is it called?
yeah, that's pretty big. I would, I mean, um, 30 feet by 25 feet, maybe,
That's
maybe.
big. That's
Pretty
huge.
big. Yeah.
So do you ever do like I didn't see. I mean, you are like a Finnish master. You're all over the place. I was kind of like looking around and seeing like what like you're kind of a jack of all trades as far as like you're doing. I mean, the Frida is really cool. I love that. The little
Yeah.
bulldog. My parents just lost a bulldog,
Oh,
um,
yeah.
and looked kind of like that.
No
But
kidding. Yeah. Those are
but
good dogs.
but your degree of finish on that's awesome. I mean, I really think you're talented, and talking to you, you seem like a really nice guy too. So this is
Yeah.
great.
Thanks.
But what do you sell?
Do
Like,
canvases?
yeah,
So, so I don't really paint canvases as much now as I used to because I work too much. But like from ages, I don't know, 15 to 30, I have like hundreds of canvases, and I still have a bunch that I've done later. But I don't. It's just the style isn't like conducive for mass consumption. I guess I don't know. There's some good stuff on my Instagram. Some of my you gotta get buried. There's somewhere early, but I have some really cool canvases. It's just
mm,
I'm not into marketing them. You know what I mean? Because then that's a whole nother job, and it's a whole nother consumption of your time. And
yeah.
but I have hundreds of pretty cool canvases that someday I'll get back into. But
I'd
I can send you a few photos later.
send me a few of the ones that you really like, and I'd love to go check them out, man.
Yeah, 100%. I'll give you one. I have
Well,
I have plenty.
you don't have to give me one, but like I really like the idea of I mean, part of the Quincy Urban Arts District is we're really trying to bring out the culture, bring out the
Yeah,
community, and everybody has different this is a non-competitive thing. This is something where we celebrate and help each other.
yeah,
And
very cool.
it's been pretty cool. Like this is you're the third interview, and
Uh huh.
there's going to be a ton,
That's
and
good.
the community is there is some. It's going to be all different walks, and it's
Yeah, I think so. Living in Quincy too, like I think once everything shapes up, we could have like a little festival. I'm sure that there could be like some cool music acts and selling artwork and the food trucks. There's
I
a
love
lot of
I love it.
Quincy's great. Yeah, totally. And I feel like they're really welcoming to parties.
Yeah, yeah. I think that the whole goal behind what we're trying to do is just like art is beautiful, music's beautiful, creation's great, and we're
Yeah,
looking at like taking people who are super talented and nice. We want a nice group, but looking at like helping bring out the fabric so it's like a renaissance. Why can't we have a renaissance right now? Why can't it
totally.
be like a mecca? And to be honest, it's Quincy. That's where where we're located, but it's broader. We're opening up to other areas, and the reality is that there's a lot of talented people, and it's really cool. And we just want the community to um, you know grow and give offer more opportunities and more support. And it's hard for me not to at first I was like, I don't know if Mark would even want to do this. Now I'm talking to you, and you're like,
Oh
you're
yeah,
you're
100%, totally.
dude, you're a super cool guy, and you're super talented. And more people should know about you. I'll do some more posts about you in my story, but stories, but my personal one, but in on Quad. But I doing some of the stuff as a finish painter and as a fine art painter, which I do both. Um, I think you are extremely skilled in doing some of these finishes, man.
Very cool. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, I'm sure that you go into places and you're like, what in the heck is this? And
Yeah.
not that anything's bad or whatever, but like you have a very refined thing, and I think that that's what I've seen it in a bunch of different spots, but between like whether it's lettering, or crackling, a gold leaf, like there is a very refined ability in your art, and you're also can be free and easy too. So I love it.
Yeah. Very cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So living in Quincy, we should definitely meet up at some point.
I would love it, man. Well, this will be
Yeah.
the start of a relationship, and we'll try to piece together a lot of people that have some commonalities and some gifts, and try to make the art community bigger. And you are maybe a bigger figure than you think you are. I think you seem very quiet and humble.
Yeah.
I love that. That's really
Good.
cool,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you should be
Never
walking
know.
around like a rooster. You are a
Right.
serious
Yeah.
artist.
Right. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. So your piece right now, would you say it was Charlestown you're working in?
Yeah, Charlestown, right on 2 City Square.
Two
6 City Square. 6 City Square.
two
It's
oh six.
outside of a building. It's just like a bank, I think.
Oh, cool. How'd you come across that one?
Through a referral, like a nice referral. A good person referred me for that.
I love it, man. You deserve it.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to, like, have a friendship and a business relationship, and try to, like, you
I'm
know
into
meld our worlds. I really believe in what you do, and I see it, and people should check out you, Mark Grundig.
Yes. Very good.
If they say
I love it.
if they say Grundig, then they're gonna be like, oh, that guy is a serious artist,
Yeah,
Grundig.
totally. Where's he from?
But so we'll be in touch soon. We'll be looking out for you. You're 206. Say that again.
206. Where am I right now?
No,
Six.
the new project, 206 City
Oh,
Square.
no, just 6. 6 City Square.
6 City Square in
Yes.
Charlestown. You can check out his new piece, and check out Mark Grundig on Instagram. He's got amazing work. He's working at all the hip spots, and he's there for a reason, because he's got super capabilities. He's super talented, and obviously you must be a super easy guy to work with, because look at
So
you
that's
got great
half the battle.
personality.
Yeah,
What?
half the battle is being nice and always being available.
That's awesome, man. Well,
Yeah.
I wish you the best of luck in all the things you're doing. I'm super happy that you came and talked to me for a little bit, and
Okay.
I'll definitely be in touch.
Cool.
We'll be reposting this. This will go in different spots. So these are just the beginning ones. But maybe we'll have you at another time too, and maybe that'll be a time where we just get coffee and hang out.
Okay. I love that. Very good.
All right, man. I really
Cool.
appreciate it. I hope you have a great day, and we're
You
looking
too.
forward to seeing more work from you, man.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, man.
Bye.
All right,
Yep.
I'll see you soon. Be good.
Bye. You too.
Cheers.